Hey, this is very funny. Listen to this one.
Warning. Could all listeners and followers please vacate the funk show in a calm and orderly fashion? We don't mean to alarm you, but somebody decided to eat their own poo.
Yeah, just as we go live on the Only Believe platforms. That's the first thing I say. Look at Happy Warrior unimpressed with. She thinks just because she's cool, she can push us around. Well, Josie, I'll have you know that you're right. All right, I guess we better get on with the serious stuff. And then we are now streaming to all of the different places. Let me keep an eye here on the comments. Although, I don't know, Rob, are you able to keep an eye on these comments over here on the right-hand side?
I should be able to.
Because I'm streaming the whole picture, and whenever I'm watching the comments, people see, like, everything, and we don't want Moshi to get into trouble again.
Currently, we have a grand total of 0.
Yeah, we just started, but it's just. Hi, I'm Nia. Let's connect. Very active here on Arena. Conspiracy. The conspiracy. All right, so. Leonard, are you ready? I believe you got a presentation for us today. Happy Warrior, certainly ready. Yes. Such a sunny disposition. When are you moving to South Africa? Come on, Josie. I mean, you realize that this is where you belong. Why no, Vas? Why
it
no,
is.
Vas?
Maybe 2026 is the year.
Yes, it is. All right, so today we're going to be learning. We're going to be learning. What are we going to be learning? We're going to be getting a masterclass in game design. So we are all going to judge Leonard to see if it is really a masterclass.
Listen.
Well, let me just get my judging hat. Please hold.
Sleep tight, Muhammad Zahid. Because Leonard is an expert, which means he used to be a pert. He's not a pert anymore.
I'm now an expert.
Yeah.
Whatever pert means, I'm ex that.
Dirk says we're getting master classes. Master bums. What is it?
Master classes or master bums? It's a bit of both. It's about a 50-50. Roll the dice, Dirk.
No.
I just got to make my name appropriate for the next
Judgy Mac Judge. Remember, we are streaming to the Only Believe community as well. So behave yourselves, Mr. Judge McJudson and Leonard. And especially Happy Warrior. We don't want to hear any of your naughty jokes and stuff.
Yeah. No potty mouth tonight, please, Happy Warrior.
Yeah.
That's why I'll be muted.
Josie, before Leonard starts, what do you know about game design?
Nothing.
Good, because we're going to quiz you after this. Oh, that's a cool tattoo. What's that one over here? I think Josie's got a cool tattoo. Yeah, look at that.
It's in Italian. It's life's too short to be anything but happy.
Oh, is a life is it too short to be anything but happy?
I do have some squiggles on my arm, Josie. Look.
Just a few.
Yeah.
Leonard
looks
couple,
like
just a couple.
My desk when I was in school.
I definitely want more.
Did you show them the tattoo in question? Maybe Josie can give her expert opinion.
Oh, the painful
what it is. No, yeah, you see, we think it's like a time. What's that? Hourglassy thing. We're not sure.
So
what was that?
Roots coming out of. Is that a broken hourglass?
Like, we're not sure.
You're like not sure. I am very sure.
A broken lantern?
Why did you Looks like you've either got a birthmark or a scratch, and then you put an hourglass on it.
Oh no, that
Full of red
is
things on your
red
arm.
ink, sir. Like
Oh.
like here, and then up here as well, the red ink.
Mr. Redding, I presume. All right. Well, have you got a presentation that you're sharing, or what have you got?
No, I'm just going to be talking tonight.
Wow.
Uh,
Just making notes here. That's my first judgment.
Okay,
yeah,
my
yeah.
judgy pants.
Let me get a PowerPoint presentation so people can at least see the title of your talk. Your TED Talk, new slide. So what is it? Game design masterclass.
Yeah.
Is there a particular principle, like something I can write here?
I'd say mainly what I'm going to be talking about is some fundamentals. So just say fundamentals of game design on what we specifically are focusing on also here at Citadel.
Yeah, maybe in brackets without visual aids.
Okay, bro.
Or Josie can give us some, like, you know.
I will do some hand signals while I talk.
Yeah, look, yes, he's got that. Yeah, very good, Justin. Our goal is to make Josie famous, and then you're all going to follow her and all that kind of thing because of reasons. Right, here we go. So like this, I got to put it down there.
Can.
Yeah. We fight for love. Whoa. Don't worry. Then I'll do all of this. Okay. And then I've got to share screen, window.
If you need any facetious comments, just throw me in, Coach.
All right. Now, next up, I'm going to do this. So what we have to do is we've got to do this first. Drag that good-looking fellow there. Go here like this.
Oh, damn.
See? How's that? DM Pro, bro. All right. And please continue. Ladies and gentlemen, the Leonard.
Hello, I am the nerd. Okay. So tonight, I'm just going to be talking you guys through some of the principles that we focus specifically on with regards to game design, specifically at the Citadel, and some of the aspects that we believe are important for any other games that we do design in our ecosystem, any of the games that we do even think about, that we do even want to bring up or bring into the ecosystem whatsoever. And on my side specifically, I do focus a lot on that game design element. So for the PC version, for the mobile, for the browser version, we're obviously for some other different types of games we're going to be bringing out too. But at the moment, it's specifically focused on the PC version and the mobile version. And the thing that we are at the Citadel, oh yes, make it all pretty, look at that. The thing that we mainly focus on at the Citadel, or that I mainly focus on, is to give the user as much of a functional experience as possible. So that can range from your interactions within the game to your UI, your inventory, your loadout, even loading up the game itself, is to make it as seamless and functional as possible. And that is something that we also really wanted to do with Epic Games and launching on the platform, was that easy solution that almost everybody knows that Epic Games is one of the platforms. It's like Steam, and it's going to be easy for everybody to be able to find it, download it, and then obviously start playing the game. And I got brought in, I think, when was it, Rob? I think end of last year, about October, September side. And I jumped straight into the game design aspect of the PC version. Andrew and Rob were quite far along already. And then I just threw my ideas into the mix, and we have what we have now, which is our alpha. And we're going to be redeveloping it as well. In the weeks to come, we're going to be adding a lot of things to the alpha that you guys are going to really enjoy. We've actually, I think it was yesterday or the day before, myself and the developer, we actually sat and we finalized the courage system for our game. So we just have some tweaks and some polishes to make still, and then you guys are actually going to be able to play and earn courage while you guys play. So beating some waves, beating the bosses, you guys are actually going to be able to actively start earning courage from that. So that's a super exciting thing that's coming for you guys. And then some other functional changes with regards to how the rounds work, activities within the rounds, the player character itself. So when you run around in your Ecovant during your rounds, as you're fighting the waves, as you're fighting the boss, there's going to be some other things coming. I don't want to spill too much beans because I do want it to be a surprise and exciting for you guys, but you can definitely look forward to some new enemies, some new bosses to fight as well. And like I mentioned, on top of that, definitely some extra activities and yeah, like I said, I don't want to give away too much, but just some extra things for you guys to do in between rounds so that, you actually have some more things to do while you run around in the round, while your turrets are fighting the boss, while your turrets are fighting the mobs. You're actually going to be able to actively use your character, your Ecovant, to be able to go do things. And those things are going to be rather important for you to obviously be able to beat the waves, to progress further, to earn more courage, that sort of thing. So just then back to some game design elements. I had to learn quite quickly. I've obviously been a gamer for quite a long time, so I know which elements of a game I personally like and which I don't like. And I know which elements of, like I mentioned earlier, functionality that I like and I don't like. And obviously, just I've been gaming with Rob for quite a while as well. Andrew, not as long as Rob, but I know a lot of the things that Rob enjoys in games, and I know a lot of the things that he doesn't enjoy in games. And that is the focus that we specifically took on Citadel, is because obviously, like I mentioned, we've been gaming for quite a long time. And we have quite, I'd say, a vast depth of knowledge across a lot of game functions, mechanics, systems. We've played everything from card games to survival games, to MOBAs, to battle royales, to first-person shooters, third-person shooters, tower defenses, you name it, we've probably played it. MMORPGs, like I said, you name it, we've probably played that, or we've played a game similar to that in the same genre. So we have a lot of experience with all the different functionalities, systems, attributes of these different games that we know as a player, and that's also something I want you guys to really listen to, is the way we're building our games. It's player first instead of developer first, if that makes sense. So what that means is the systems that we ourselves as gamers do enjoy, those are the systems that we are actively developing and actively trying to put into the games that we are making, because we know that if we play that game ourselves, we're actually going to enjoy it, instead of putting in things that we think people are going to enjoy. We're putting in things that us ourselves would actually enjoy and would actually play the game for. That is what we are focusing on, because as I mentioned, we have so much experience on the different systems and things that we like and we don't like. One example I can give you guys, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard me mention this as well, is just a little throwback to, I think, a couple of nights ago when I also did a presentation, is the functionality of your inventory. In our case, in our games, it's obviously going to be NFT related. So for example, Rob and I and Andrew also, we played a game called Destiny 2, and in that game, you'd obviously have like your different dungeons and activities and things that you do. and you would get a lot of, let's say, loot and items and things, be it armor pieces or guns or whatever it is, from the different activities that you do. And a lot of those pieces would be more or less worthless, because it just adds bloat to your vault, which is essentially like your stash, if you want to call it that, in Destiny 2. It adds a lot of bloat. So you have like 400 items in your vault, and truly only like 5 of them matter. Okay, maybe not 5, like 20 of them matter. You go do a couple activities, you get another 200 items. You have to spend like 40 minutes, 45 minutes clearing out your vault, because a lot of that stuff is just bloat. It's not necessary. It's worthless. You can't really do much with it. And that is what I mentioned in a couple of nights ago in my presentation of the functionality of our NFTs. That is something that we specifically focused on and laser focused on, that we wanted to change and really look at in any game that we bring out in our ecosystem, is that any NFT that you have is going to be functional for you across any title, across the entire range of NFTs that you own. So if you have 2,000, all 2,000 of those NFTs are going to mean something. It's not only going to be like, okay, 50 of them matter, the other 1,000, 950 don't really matter. Every single one of those NFTs are going to be key and crucial in some form, fashion, way, be it the infusion system, upgrading, prestiging, just applying it to your turrets in general and your armor pieces, that sort of thing in general. Every single NFT, we really wanted to make sure that it is going to be there's going to be a functional use for you to be able to use it across all titles and across your entire range that you have collected. It's always going to be useful. So that is just one of the systems that we really did want to focus on, to make essentially across all our titles, is that functionality of your NFTs. Another aspect, and I'm sure you've heard Andrew talk about this quite a few times, is our clan aspect. So what we're also going to be building in our games in the future to come is a very comprehensive, what's the proper word for it? Sorry, I'm blanking here. A very comprehensive way for you to be able to communicate with your clan, a very comprehensive clan system that combines all the elements from all the different experiences we've had, myself has had, Uncle has had, Rob has had, across all the different titles we've played. Where we're going to combine all the best elements of everything that we have experienced into one central place. As clans, as you guys already know at this point, a community for us is extremely important, and obviously building your clans, managing your clans, focusing on your clans is obviously it's a community that you're building, and that is a factor that we really did want to focus on with regards to that, is that community aspect for the clan building system and how it's going to be functional across, again, all titles, just across the entire ecosystem in general. It's that clan focus that we did want to laser in on as well. And then just back to some game design elements for you guys again. For me personally, what makes a great game, like I mentioned earlier, is it's truly the user experience, because you can have the best visuals, you can have the best storytelling, you can have the best sound, whatever it is in a game, but if your user experience is not great, then it really doesn't matter what else you have in that title. It's not really going to resonate with players that well. I mean, people are still playing games from 20 years ago, but they're still playing it now. I think a good example is RuneScape. I'm not sure how many of you have heard of RuneScape. I mean, that game is ancient, but there's still a lot of people playing it because the user experience, the mechanics of the game, the fundamental way that the game is built is still fantastic, regardless of how the sound is now, how the visuals are, the storytelling, whatever it might be. The fundamental important part of a game is your game mechanics and the user experience. And that ranges from how functional your entire UI is for your game. Can players see what's going on the screen? Is it too cluttered? Is there not enough information? Is it too much information? From like your basic menus, like a lot of you have played our alpha or seen footage of our alpha. How we have a very clean UI design. It's very clear for you to see like your waves, your numbers, the amount of kills you've got, the time, your turrets are nicely laid out. That's something we're also going to be improving in the future as well. But it's a very clean design. It's very functional as well, and that is something that we wanted to focus on with the UI, the UX experience, like your menus and everything that you have. Just as you load up the demo, the sequence is quite simple. It's the play demo. You load in, you start playing the game. And like I said, that is something that we really did also want to focus on, is just that user experience. And that's actually something also that Rob drilled quite heavily in the beginning. The importance for me is just making sure that the player experience, that functionality of that, is top notch, because everything else can suck, but if the user experience is good, that is the fundamentals of what everything else can be built from and improved from. If your user experience sucks, people are not even they're gonna open the game once and never go back again, because they're just gonna think like, oh my gosh, I couldn't even play this game, I couldn't even open it, I couldn't even do anything. So yeah, that is something that we really did focus on in the game design across our titles. Specifically the PC version. I mean, mobile is a bit easier, but yeah, specifically the PC version, because that's it's quite a taxing experience, and yeah, you would need a gaming PC to obviously play that. And then some other fundamentals for me is also personally for me, a very important part of game design is specifically how the game captivates your attention. And that can take the form of obviously storytelling, but just to still stay on mechanics, it's more so the proper wording would be skill ceiling. Essentially what skill ceiling means, it is how difficult the game is to learn. So low skill ceiling would essentially mean that you can get the game, you can start playing, and then for you to be able to become super good in the game, it'll take you a much shorter time to reach that. Whereas if a game is very intricate, it's very advanced in the sense of it's very involved, like you really have to put some thought into it, you really have to put some oomph into it, then that skill ceiling is much higher. So it takes you a lot longer to get there, but the satisfaction of starting where you're just downloading the game, getting to the point where you actually get close to even hit the skill ceiling, it's a very satisfying feeling in that regard, because it can take you, I mean, it depends obviously on the game, but it can take you anywhere from a couple of months to a couple of years to reach that. And that is another thing that specifically on my side, don't know how much Uncle agrees with me on this one, because yeah, Rob and I, we love our difficulty. I mean, we'd bash our head on a brick wall for like 14 hours straight until we beat that thing, but we're going to beat it. And as Uncle like to say, then we just put him in our pocket until he puts us in his pocket. But anyway, and yeah, that's a very important part for me of designing all of our games across our ecosystem, is to make it engaging for you, because nobody, in my opinion, nobody's really going to enjoy something that's too simple. It's too simple to learn. It's too simple to just get everything, that sort of thing. You want to put effort into it. Like if it's something you're really enjoying and it's something that's captivating you, that captivation is only going to grow based on the difficulty of you to be able to understand, like, okay, what's going on? What can I do differently? What can I do better? What can I do more? What can I do less of, to obviously develop yourself as you play the game, as you play that experience, because like I mentioned, we're going to have a myriad of different titles across Citadel, not just the PC version, not just the mobile. We're going to have many different versions of what we want to do, the different types of versions of games that we do want to bring out, because we have quite a lot in plan, in thoughts. I mean, Rob just wants a cheese game where he eats cheese. I'll get flack for that later, but it's fine.
Yes.
Um,
It's like a clicker game, Andrew. And when you click, I eat the cheese, man. I'll do
yeah, you
it.
see.
I'll do it 24/7. I'll do it.
So yeah, then that is a very Lennon Rob like stuff. Yeah, as Uncle said in the chat here, we definitely do like suffering in games. I think the last game we played together was Destiny 2 actually, and there's some very very difficult content. They call it Grandmasters. It's like end game content. So it's like when you're right at the end of the game, you've grinded out a bunch of gear, a bunch of different stuff. And then you go attempt those things because they are extremely difficult, like very, very difficult content. But regardless, so yeah, that is for me a personal focus that I really wanted to have in our game is that skill ceiling that I explained to you guys, because it really captivates you as a player, and it really, for me personally, improves that user experience, that user or just not the user, but the feeling of the game, because there's a lot to it. It's very intricate. It's very involved. It's not just, you can do whatever you want, and you just get whatever, you just get everything. It's really that focus on building that skill ceiling, building that difficulty, so that when you do play the game, when you do partake in the experience, it's really, really captivating for you. And the other aspect of game design that I'd also like to chat to you guys about is specifically, I know I mentioned now about mechanics, how important mechanics and user experience is, but your graphics, your sound, your story of the game is also extremely, extremely important. So as I mentioned, the fundamentals of game design, it is really built off of that user experience. And then to build on top of that is your sound, it's your graphics, it's your visuals, it's your effects. And you guys can see that clearly in the different cinematics that our very own Masterclass, Uncle Andrew Funk, has done. Like all those in-game cinematics that you guys see in the alpha, that's all him. He's done every single second of that, be it by various different means that he has done it by. But every shot, every angle, every visual, everything that you guys see, the sound, all of it is directly done by Uncle himself. And that is also a very important aspect of game design, because he is very cool indeed. Because as you play the game, as you are part of the experience, a very important aspect of that is immersion. And essentially what immersion means, in the simplest possible way, it's when you are playing something, reading something, watching something, listening listening to something, it feels like you're actually there. Like it feels like you are literally in that moment, you're experiencing it in the moment of whatever you're watching to, listening to, seeing, whatever it might be, reading. And that is something that Uncle actually focuses quite a lot on in those cinematics, is that immersion aspect, from the sound to like the different radios you guys hear. Like actually everybody here who has the alpha, I'd really, really like you to go after this. And when you load up the alpha, really pay attention to the cinematics and the different audio cues you guys hear, the different visual cues, the different effects. Really have a listen to that and see how well done it is, how well constructed it is on building that immersion for you, so that you actually feel like, okay, I'm on a radio listening to them speak. I feel like I'm in this dropship as we're flying by. I feel like I'm actually watching this dropship fly by. So after this, please load up the alpha, have a proper long, nice listen, slow listen to all of the sounds, the audio cues, the different effects that Uncle has done in those cinematics. And you guys will see how important it is for those different aspects of sound, of or visuals, of effects, and how it really builds that user experience. And it ranges not just from your cinematics in the game. It ranges to something like how your guns sound in the game. Okay, well, I mean, we have little jump pads that do farty noises. I raise my hands in innocence. That is entirely Rob and Andrew. Just saying. But yeah, so it doesn't just range from your cinematics and those sorts of the cutscenes in the game. It goes straight through to how the turrets sound in game, how it sounds when the turret turns on and shoots, how it sounds when it stops shooting, how it sounds when whatever it's shot, like be it a machine gun, a laser, a rocket, how it sounds when it's traveling in the air, how it sounds when it hits an enemy target, how it sounds when that enemy target blows up, or whatever obviously happens with it. And just to then focus on that aspect is the visuals as well. I'm not sure how many of you guys have actually paid attention in the alpha to see the visual effect on enemies when the turrets hit them, and what the different effects are from the different turrets, how the different turrets projectile sound when they hit the enemies, and how it looks when the enemy actually like disintegrates from what it's being shot with. That is all part of game design. That is all part of the user experience in the visual, audio, and effect sense. Because we could have just left it and had the enemy just disappear. We actually had that for a while before we did fix it, but we could have just had the enemy disappear off the map instead of having the ragdoll effect where when the enemy dies, it like falls over, it disintegrates, and it gives that nice visual for you to be able to see like, okay, cool. I mean, this enemy died. It didn't just disappear into nothingness. And that is all elements of game design that actually Uncle himself also really did want us to focus on. And it is so important that with the mechanics and the user experience that myself and Rob really enjoy so much, that element of the visuals, the audios, the effects, they really come together in like a beautiful symphony to make possible what we've done in the alpha for you guys, with all of the visuals, the audios, the usual user experiences, all of that. And again, that is something that we are really focused on, and you guys are going to appreciate that again in the mobile that we're busy developing at the moment, coming soon. So that is also something that you guys are really going to appreciate, in that when you guys do get your hands on the mobile game, something I hope a lot of you do remember this, but something I do want you guys to focus on is, again, the different aspects of what I spoke to you tonight about, is the user experience, the functionality of it, the different mechanics, and what I just mentioned is the audio, visual, and effect of the different elements that is happening on your screen at the moment, be it simply just from the background of what is happening on your phone or on your browser, whatever you decide to play the game, literally just on what is happening in the background when you're playing the game. That is something I want you guys to watch really carefully for, because this is an aspect that I myself am very passionate about. I call it visual fatigue. Visual fatigue is essentially when you are playing a game, or when you are, playing a game, when you're constantly looking at the same thing, with no change in the background, with no change in the effects, with no change in anything really happening on your screen, then your eyes become visually fatigued. And what that means is essentially your eyes become bored. So you don't really pay attention to what's happening on your screen anymore. You don't really enjoy what's happening on your screen anymore. But if the background, or if something simple in the game changes, so for example, I'll spill this beans for you guys, it's fine, on the background of the mobile, as you guys progress through the different waves, the actual background of it is going to change. So for, let's say, for the first 10 waves, you guys are going to be fighting like a cyberpunk city. So your background will be a nice cyberpunk city. And when you beat the boss, like a dropship takes off, comes back down, the entire map changes. Now you're in the desert. Now you're fighting some desert mobs. You're fighting on desert terrain. The dropship looks all deserty, that sort of thing. And that is something that I'm very passionate about, is to have that that element of beating that visual fatigue, because for me personally, it's very, very important in game design itself, in developing any sort of game, is that you try to combat visual fatigue, audio, any sort of fatigue, but specifically visual. We'll focus on that for now. In any sort of game that you do, it's very important that you do combat visual fatigue as much. And like I mentioned, it can be as simple as changing the background. It can be as simple as changing turret projectile animations or different types of enemies. And that is something that you guys are gonna the banhammer, and that is something that you guys are really gonna enjoy coming out in the alpha soon. Is that element of we're going to be bringing out more different enemies. We are working on some different maps as well for you guys, but specifically what you guys can look forward to in the coming future very soon is some different types of enemies that you guys can fight, some different mechanics as well, as I mentioned earlier. And just I want everybody here to listen specifically. Just remember, I am the game design man. I like difficulty. So let's just say be ready for such. And yeah, like that's something that you guys can really look forward to in the coming future soonish, is those different types of enemies, different types of bosses, different types of mechanics, activities, all that stuff ranging across the alpha as a whole, in that endless mode that you guys are going to be able to fight and experience and really hopefully enjoy what we're going to be doing in that sense. And then just for the Only Believe guys, so legitimately everything that I'm saying here goes exactly the same for Only Believe. The exact same for the game. It's that element of user experience that we are really focused on for you guys to make that as seamless and beautiful as possible. And then also to really provide you an engaging experience as you're playing the game. Like something that just now specifically, as I'm talking about Only Believe, that you guys are really gonna enjoy is this is a truly a passion project for Uncle, and his storytelling abilities are almost next to none. And I mean, as I'm sure all of you Only Believe guys know, he's very passionate about the story that we're going to be putting into the Only Believe game, and the visual storytelling aspect that you guys are going to experience and enjoy as Only Believe players is truly going to be immaculate. It's going to be such an awesome experience. I myself am even looking forward to it. Like I've heard some little tidbits from him of what he has in plan, what he has in mind, what him and Rob have been talking about, and truly it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be an awesome experience for you guys, and everything that I spoke about with regards to focusing on in the games that we do, well, the other games that we're doing in the Citadel, so obviously Operation Safe Place Defense, the PC game, the mobile game that we're going to be launching, other titles. The exact same goes for Only Believe. The mechanics, user functionality, user experience, visual, audio effects, all of it is going to be just as top tier and just as much of a priority as it is in our current titles and what we're planning on doing with the rest of the titles as well. Same goes for it. Potentially even more because of how passionate Uncle is about it. So that's really exciting. But yeah, as I mentioned, personally for me, I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be an awesome experience for everybody, and just for individuals looking to maybe teach themselves about the Bible, about Christianity, that sort of thing. That is going to be, I think, such an awesome experience for you, and such an awesome way for you to get involved, to start learning, to like really get involved in uh, in that aspect at the moment. So I think that's really going to be an awesome experience for literally everybody involved. People looking to get in, understand more about that topic, and then obviously all of the Only Believe guys at the moment. I think you guys are really, really going to love that experience. We have a lot of mini games. Yeah, so that is actually something else that we also really are looking at doing, is bringing out a lot of different fun little mini games for you guys across like the different platforms that you can play. Include one when, yeah, literally as Unk said, it's going to be a lot of different fun games that you guys can play in the ecosystem as well. So as you guys are aware at this point, our scope at Citadel is yes. So if you guys are asking the question of if we're going to do this, then the answer to that is probably yes. So any of those types of questions, we'll definitely still answer them, but the answer to that is probably yes. And I'd say the last aspect on game design for me that I want to cover briefly before we actually do open for some questions, because I'm sure you guys have some awesome questions. The last aspect of game design that I'd like to focus on is truly just, I did mention this a bit earlier, but it's for you as the developer to really look at the game you're developing, look at the experience you're making with gamer eyes and a gamer mind. And what that means is a developer and a gamer are two very, very different beasts. And I think that's where a lot of games at the moment, like some of these games have ridiculous budgets and they just fail because the developers don't look at the game. They don't develop the game with gamer eyes, a gamer mindset. And on top of that, they don't really listen or look at community feedback. And as you guys know how important our community is and how integral it is to everything that we're busy doing, community feedback is for us the utmost highest priority, as we genuinely do love it. Like anything that we do bring out, the feedback that we do get on that, we really take a look at that and we see like, okay, cool, proof of ownership. We really take a look at that and we listen to you guys. Like, I mean, I think there's been a few, I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, Rob. I think there's been a few ones from, I think it was Twisted, Broden, Norego. Norego put in work, to be honest. That a few of those suggestions that we've looked at and that we've actually brought into the game, because our focus is that community feedback. Well, the community in general, but that community feedback. Uncle. Oh my gosh. It is. Yeah, you threw me now. Yeah, the feedback from you guys as the community members, as you're playing the game, as you are taking part in the experience, is so important for us. And really, 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 we do love all of the feedback that you guys give us, and we appreciate it. We really genuinely do appreciate it, because that's what makes a great community and a great game. Is even though myself, Uncle, and Rob, we are gamers. We're gamers at heart. I mean, even we sometimes do miss something. I think I can't remember who it was now, but as we were busy chatting in the Discord, talking about things, There was someone. It might have been Twisted. I can't remember. Or Norego. Anyway, they brought something up as we were talking, and literally, I think all three of us collectively just went silent and were like, "Damn, yeah, that's a good idea. Why didn't we think of that?" Or like, "Damn, we should change that." Yeah, and I think that's really what makes a great game. Is as a developer, you need to truly focus on listening to your community. I mean, okay, not all suggestions are great suggestions, but really looking at the feedback that your community gives you, like with an open mind, and where possible applying those changes and those suggestions and those ideas that your community does give you, because the individuals that are taking part in the alpha, that are actually taking the time to fill out whatever form it might be, or just give feedback in general, those are individuals that really care about your project. They really genuinely care about what you're doing, and they want to see you succeed. They really want to see the game get better, and that is fantastic, and that is what we are looking for, and what we genuinely appreciate from anybody in the community that does want to give feedback like that. And yeah, the other two aspects, like I mentioned, is you really focusing on your game, building your game with gamer eyes and gamer mind, because you, as I mentioned earlier as well, it's when you are playing your, or developing your game rather, you really need to make sure that the user experience is functional and fun for somebody to play. I mean, it can be functional for a developer, but what's functional for a developer is is not fun at all for a gamer. Like we've had some of our developers have made some things for us, or have done some things, but like it works, it works, but the user experience, the functionality of that, if it were to be shipped like that and just given to people to play and to use, it would suck because they look at it, they think of it with a developer brain and developer eyes. It's nothing wrong with it. It's just there needs to be another voice given to them or with them to tell them, okay, cool, this is great, it's functional, it's working, but let's do it like this so that the user experience is actually fun for the players. It's actually cool for the players. It's nice to interact with. It's nice to look at. Like I mentioned to you guys, that aspect of visual audio effects, it's so important in a game as well. Like, yes, your fundamental is that game experience and mechanics, but the building blocks on top of that, I mean, you need to build a wall, right? You need to build a house, you need to build something, and the building blocks of that, like I mentioned, is everything else. It's that audio, the visuals, the effects, all of that. So all of that plays a part, and fundamentals. And yeah, all of that plays a part. So what we and I think that's something where my input comes in quite a lot. And Rob actually also jumps in quite a bit on this. And then some of the stuff that Rob and I maybe like, Andrew looks at it like, this isn't lekker for players. Yeah, take it away.
Sorry, Lenny, just coming in here, Judgy McJudston. Seeing you're ignoring the comments, I will say, hey, Christy. Christy was saying hey to Jersey, but Jersey's gone. But thank you, Christy. I'm sure she got the hey. Silent Bob, aka Gideon, aka Zeph Sage, aka Zuby, aka Zuby Morrow, one of the best warriors, DPS warriors ever in World of Warcraft. What up, Silent Bob? And Josie replying to Christy, hey, Christy, thank you very much. Continue, sir.
Listen. I got kicked from admin rights from StreamYard, so I cannot see those comments. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, Silent Bob is saying thanks an hour later. So, I mean, look, X takes a bit of time to show comments.
I'm going to take those rights back from FQ and give them back to you, Leonard. Don't worry.
Where was I now, actually?
Okay, I'm gonna. That's very good so far. I'm gonna give you a new direction. I'm gonna. So this is gonna be an awesome test for the wonderful Leonard, and oh my. And I'm gonna present something. I made this just for Leonard because
no.
he's so pretty.
I'm scared.
So you're gonna have to read it from top down, because this is now in the game design. We're going to be talking about what I'm going to share now, from tokenomics point of views, NFT point of views. Yes, Runa, he's doing great. But then, excuse me. So this is OSP, but Only Believe is going to have a very similar system. And I'm going to push a button now, and then Leonard has not seen this at all.
Oh.
And part of the game design is making it fun to and profitable, which is why we're in Web3, to enjoy the things in your inventory. What does this button do? Boom. Nothing. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, wait, let me see if I can pull this up.
Okay, I'm gonna do it like, no, that didn't work. Let me try this. I gotta go wider. See, does it auto?
Yes, it's making it
that?
wider.
Yes. If I zoom in, does it break it? There we go. How's that? Right? And is it
yeah, no,
legible?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Earn anywhere. Oh, yes. Okay, so what Mr. Unk is showing us here is essentially our economy and how that is going to work across the entire ecosystem, across everything in the ecosystem, actually. All the games as well, including Only Believe. And as Unk just mentioned now, is any functionality of what is in the Citadel that is going to be on other titles is going to be the same for Only Believe. So OSP games, like you guys here, the defense, PC, mobile, Discord, I can't see the bottom one. But it's okay. It's going to work exactly the same for Only Believe. So essentially, what you guys are looking at here, if you guys look at the, let's say, just below ecosystem map, so you guys see token legend, those are the 3 different currencies that we are working, well, virtual currencies that we are working with in on the Citadel, in the Citadel. Valor is essentially only used in game. So Valor, how you earn Valor, you're essentially going to earn Valor by just playing the game, and that Valor is used solely in the game as well. So that's like for your turret upgrades, buying turrets. In the future, it'll be like armor upgrades, skill trees, that sort of thing. So Valor, it's solely literally just the currency used in game to like play the game. Courage. Courage is going to be, as a lot of you know at this point, Courage is our social fi virtual currency that is extremely important in our in our ecosystem, because that's going to allow you to do a lot of different things like your infusion systems, buying packs, clan things, and you earn courage by taking part in the ecosystem, by, like I mentioned, playing the game, social things, quests, holding your assets. You're also going to earn some courage from as well, and that includes any of the assets that you hold from your funkies, your funkets, Lucille's, Katsus when they come out. The Lucille, I think I already mentioned Lucille's, but yeah, so those are the types of assets that you're going to earn courage from. There'll obviously be more in the future. So specifically, again, like I've mentioned many times in the other presentations, the main thing for courage at the moment that I want you guys to focus on is you earn courage by just participating in the ecosystem. So playing the game, social things, quests, and the main spend and the main use for courage at the moment is going to be packs. And you spend your courage, you get a pack, you open that pack, you get your NFTs. And that is, I'll touch on this just now again when we move down, is that's where your zero barrier of entry comes in. The CTL that you guys see here, that is going to be the Citadel token. And that is the overarching most important currency in our entire ecosystem is that Citadel token. That's obviously what you use to buy and sell your NFTs on the marketplace. And yeah, one thing that I'm sure Uncle will like me to mention is we obviously want to incentivize holding Citadel, but Citadel is also going to be your main off-ramping currency. So essentially, when you get your pack with your NFTs and you open it, you list your NFTs, you sell them for Citadel, and then you off-ramp that for real world currency. So in order of importance, it's going to be Citadel. Citadel token is always going to be the most important currency in the entire ecosystem. Then it's Courage, because that allows you to do a lot of things across our titles and in the ecosystem. Like I mentioned, your pack buying, infusions, clan things, and then Valor is simply just your in-game resource that you earn while playing the game to actually play the game. So placing your turrets, upgrading them, those sorts of things. And what you guys see below here is your zero barrier shared asset layer. And essentially what that means is there is no barrier of entry to the Citadel whatsoever to partake in the ecosystem at all. So for you to be able to earn your NFTs in the collections, get your NFT packs, your NFT ciphers are going to be essentially, if I'm not mistaken here, Andrew and Rob, those are essentially your keys that you're going to be using to open different packs and different pack rarities as well. That's going to be what your NFT ciphers are. That will get some more information out on that for you guys, but at the moment you can just know that it's essentially going to be your different keys and key rarities for the different packs. NFT Courage cards and NFT Citadel land. Mainly, I want to focus here on NFT Citadel land. So that is essentially when you own land in Citadel, you are going to get an NFT for the land that you own. So again, as it is with everything in our entire ecosystem, whatever you buy, earn, get in the ecosystem is entirely yours. It's your asset. And nothing is kept from you for that. It's entirely your own asset across the board. And then just to move down here, your OSP games and Only Believe games. As I mentioned earlier, these are essentially going to be the different titles that we're going to be bringing out in the near future. That we have planned at the moment. It's going to be your OSP Defense, your OSP PC game, your OSP Mobile, OSP Discord game, OSP Browser game. And for Only Believe, it's the same way. It's going to be your PC game, your mobile game, Discord game, and browser game. So essentially 4 games, and they fall under the OSP Defense heading for OSP games, and Only Believe heading for obviously your Only Believe games. Your PC, mobile, Discord, and browser, same thing for both of them. Same functionality, same utility for the different NFTs in the ecosystem, the different currencies in the ecosystem. It's going to work the same way. And then the core economy, it's a Citadel shop, player-to-player marketplace. That's what you see there in the brackets. P2P means player-to-player. Your Citadel app and Citadel World. So your Citadel shop is essentially the shop that you guys can see at the moment. It's with all the different packs that we have are linked on the Citadel. You guys can go have a look at that on the Citadel page on the marketplace there. Your player-to-player marketplace at the moment, unless I'm wrong here, Andrew and Rob, it's going to be we are working on doing that from our own platform, from the Citadel platform. But at the moment, it's going to be on Magic Eden. That's where it is at the moment. But obviously, like I mentioned to you guys, we are working on putting that on our own website on Citadel itself to make that market there. And player to player, simply what it means is what I mentioned earlier, where you guys buy the packs, you get your NFTs, you list them on the marketplace, and that is where your player to player engagements are. So anybody that obviously partakes on the player marketplace is obviously going to be a player. Well, not necessarily a player, but that's what a P2P, or you could guess call it peer-to-peer marketplace as well. I kind of go interchangeably there, but regardless, that is essentially where you guys are going to list and buy your NFTs from, like the individual NFTs. That's where you guys can get those NFTs and the ciphers as well, which is essentially your keys. Citadel app is something that we're also working on at the moment, get that nicely fleshed out and very functional for you guys. Where it's going to be, a very, very user-friendly and functional app where you can essentially access everything that is Citadel. So your profile, your NFTs, news, content, quests, leaderboards. Rob has made that thing so functional and so awesome. There's an endless list, but articles. There's a lot of different great features that we have on the Citadel website at the moment that will obviously be translating to the app as well. So it's essentially, as we always like to say here, all roads lead to the Citadel. And that is also what we're going to be doing with the app, is that it's going to be a one-stop shop, one-stop everything for everything that is related to the Citadel, like I mentioned, ranging from the different games to your NFTs, your inventories, marketplaces, articles, news, leaderboards, quests, everything that you can imagine is going to be there as well. Same as it obviously is on the website. Citadel World. Again, correct me if I'm wrong here, but that is essentially going to be the nice diagram that Rob and Uncle have shown you guys. That's going to be the actual in-game world of the Citadel that we are building, where you guys can actually load into that and run around in the Citadel, see all the different land that people own, the different shops, the different apartments, different buildings, houses, everything. Funky Town that Andrew is going to be the mayor of, Cheeseville that Rob's going to be the mayor of. That's going to be your Citadel world. And the other thing that you can really call the Citadel world is just our ecosystem in general. It's going to be everything that you guys see here on screen, from OSB Defense to Only Believe, to the marketplaces, literally everything in our ecosystem. That is the world of the Citadel, the ecosystem of the Citadel. And what else is on here? Yeah, so one thing I'd really like to focus you guys to focus on is, hope you guys can see this, but is these 3 points here at the bottom that I see have been put in here. Shared NFTs. That is the functionality that I've mentioned to you guys quite a few times now with regards to every NFT that you hold in the ecosystem being functional and being useful across everything in the ecosystem, from OSP Defense to Only Believe to any other title that we bring out is going to be functional and usable across everything. Because like I mentioned just earlier in my game design presentation, is our focus on having every NFT in your wallet being useful and being functional is incredibly important for us. We don't want you to sit with 10,000 NFTs. You guys are going to have way more than that, but just for now, 10,000 NFTs and about 2,000 of those are useful, and the other 8,000 aren't going to really be useful at all. That's not a great feeling. It just feels like there's bloat in your wallet. This feels useless. It doesn't feel great to earn things like that. So we really focused on making sure that every single NFTs, every single one of those 10,000 NFTs are going to mean something to you in some way, shape, or form. Like I mentioned, from just applying it to your character, your turrets, your guns, your armor, whatever it might be, infusing, upgrading, crafting, all of those sorts of things. It's going to be important across the entire range of your NFTs. The other thing is what you guys see here. It's zero barrier to entry. start as guest, claim wallet. So essentially, as you join the ecosystem, we're still going to flesh this out a lot. I actually have some work to do with General Kev. He's one of our awesome community members on essentially just giving a nice rundown of everything that is Citadel and really showing that zero barrier to entry model that we have and making it as seamless and as simple and easy as possible for anybody joining the ecosystem, be it people who are experienced in Web3 things to join us. Because I mean, we have an overwhelming amount of information and things going on all of the time. So just to make it as simple and seamless as possible for anybody joining, like I mentioned, be it an experienced Web3 individual or like someone like myself who came from Web2 and doesn't know what it is. All I knew what crypto was I knew what NFT meant and I knew what Bitcoin was. That's all I knew. So yeah, to make that zero barrier of entry truly zero barrier, so that even someone like me coming into the ecosystem can understand, like, okay, what is going on, what's happening, why is it happening, where is it happening, how is it happening, all those sorts of things. And then also, like I mentioned earlier, with zero barrier to entry, anybody can play, anybody can participate. It's literally as simple as getting involved in the ecosystem and then participating in whatever form you can at the moment, be it just participating in the Discord activities, the social activities, the quests, or if you are able to play the mobile game and play the PC game, and start earning courage like that. That is truly your zero barrier start right there. You don't have to invest anything. You don't have to give anything. You don't have to fork out anything. Only thing that you need to do is just invest your time, your effort, and participate in the ecosystem. And then probably the most awesome point on this entire slide is right at the bottom. You guys see here in yellow is every girl safe is 10% to NGO. So I'm sure a lot of you are aware at the moment, but for those who aren't, the entire Citadel concept was built off of the need to essentially keep every girl safe, as it says there, to help children in South Africa, to help little girls. I'm sure you guys have heard Unk talk quite a few times about this, but South Africa is really the most unsafe place on the planet to be a little girl. And the on the ground NGO is a solution for that. Is a solution to help these little girls, to keep them safe, to get them out of these truly horrible experiences that they are in, and to give them a better life, to simply, as it says there, to keep them safe. And any proceeds that the Citadel makes, any profit, for lack of a better word, that the Citadel makes, 10% of that, before anything else, first and foremost, will always go to the NGO, the actual on the ground activities. And we have some awesome members of the community at the moment, like Kat. I'm sure you guys have heard of Kat and seen her around a few times. Miss Funk, Amanda, Uncle's wife, awesome ladies. Mavis, fantastic, awesome ladies that are directly involved in the NGO and really help these little girls, keep them safe, get them out of these situations. And like I mentioned, 10% of anything that the Citadel makes before anything else will always go to the NGO, will always provide those funds to the NGO so that the Citadel can truly make an impact in that area and really provide for the NGO to keep it funded. Because I'm sure if you guys haven't heard Andrew talk about it yet, an NGO, it's a very difficult thing to run. It's a very difficult thing to maintain. It's a very difficult thing to fund. So being able to create a platform like the Citadel and have that opportunity to provide for an NGO like this on the ground that is doing beautiful work like this is truly something that everybody here on the team has core at heart, is that funding the NGO and being able to provide for the activities that it does. Awesome.
Really, really good job as usual. Lenny Cyclopedia. Lennypedia. the Leonardpedia. Blushopedia. Very, very good. Yeah, so if you love what we're doing, you can just reach out to us, jump into the community, and know that we appreciate you, man. We're grateful for everybody. Silent Bob judging us for only answering an hour later. I don't know, man. We need a team on X, and we need a team on the Facebooks and all that kind of thing to respond to people directly there.
Oh, and wait, before you go on.
Yes.
Happy birthday, B. She's one of our
Yes.
awesome community members. I wanted to say this actually before I even started my presentation. Sorry, B. Don't
She
beat
really
me.
is amazing.
But happy birthday, B. It's really, really awesome to have you here. It's been fantastic to see how you just got involved with the community, how Andrew found you here on Arena Social of all places.
B found us. Nobody finds
Oh,
B. B
cool.
finds the flowers. The flowers don't find the bee.
Even better. But yeah, no, happy birthday, B. I hope you had an awesome birthday. And yeah, love having you as part of this community. You are truly, truly one awesome.
I want to know, Blush, have you seen the cool video that we made today and the song that we made today? Have you seen it?
I don't think I have, no.
Please hold. Let's have a look here. Are you ready?
I am ready. My body is ready.
The phone kites get it right.
That we say goodbye.
The phone kites get it right. Yeah. Static in my chest, lights flicker, no sleep. Daily on Arena Social, we keep the streak. Timeline buzzing while the bassline's bite. We build a signal in the midnight light. We don't chase hype, we light up nights. Aim with the paint till the aim locks tight. Hands in the spark till the dark ignites. Count it down, 3, 2. We are the spark in the blackout sky. When the beat drops heavy, we rise and fight. They call it luck, now we built this life. We don't miss. Spawn guides, get it right. We get it right. We get it right. We get it right. Spawn guides. Yeah, we get it right. Fired up the funk, token, watch the wheels turn. Funkin' FTs in the vault, let the glow burn. Load into OSP, towers hum, turrets sing. Hold the line for the squad, hear the sirens ring. Meet the sister little rings on rings. Blueprint dreams where the city breathes. Faith in motion, only believe. Every heart we guard, every girl safe. We don't chase hype, we light up nights. Aim with the paint till the aim locks tight. Hands in the spark till the dark ignites. Count it down, 3, 2. We are the spark in the blackout sky. When the beat drops heavy, we rise and fight. They call it luck, now we built this life. We don't miss. Spawn kites, get it right. We get it right. We get it right. We get it right. Spawn kites. Yeah, we get it right. Break, beat, rewrite, reload. I bled my fears into the paper white. If hope is cold, then run that line. Control until we realign. Hey, funk guides, get it right. Arena, daily, go live ignite. Token, NFT, stack that light. Eats it, Dell, OSP. Hold that tight. Only believe, faith in flight. Every girl safe, got a light. We are the spark in the blackout sky. to the brightest sun. Say the name Funk Kites. Watch the stars align. Get it right. Get it right.
That is awesome. Who made that?
It was Cymatrix, of course.
That is absolutely awesome. Wow. That was cool. Damn, my man, you are crazy cool. That's awesome. that was good.
Yeah, with the Funkites.
Yo.
Yes, we get it right. Stop lying, Max Only Beats. You made the song top to bottom. Pants on Fire. Well, everybody on all the other platforms, we're saying goodbye to you guys. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you learned a lot from His Highness Lord Leonard, the Blush of Blushingtonville.